guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dream Giveaway Garage, and guess what? We have one bad mamma jamma of a performance truck for you. It's this thing right here. This is a 2024 Chevy Silverado. This is an RST, but guess what? Procharger used this as their test bed to place one of their superchargers underneath the hood. But before we get into this rear-wheel drive, tire smoking, supercharged truck, let's talk about what's going on here. Trucks, they are doing more than they ever have. People using them, of course, for work, but of course for play as well. And the performance truck segment really has come into its own. It once upon a time was all about just off-roading, which that's a form of performance truck, but now it's coming into street performance. And what Procharger has done, which they're a company that has been synonymous with supercharged V8 performance, they've taken this truck and used it to their advantage to develop the perfect supercharged setup. Now, of course, there's lots of competition out there. One that we've already brought to you was the Shelby Super Snake truck. So do you think that this Procharged Silverado RST is the better performance truck over a Shelby Super Snake? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, the black on black look just looks so sinister. The truck has been dropped about 2 inches in height with some lowering springs. And you'll notice at the front, you're gonna get that aggressive Chevy Silverado style. Now you're gonna get LED projector beam headlights, our daytime running lamps. You do have a little functionality on your corner air curtains, but it's fake vent, very large in this area. I wish that they would have put some type of fog lamp. Now, as we work our way down, black metal painted bumper, and then as we come across that ginormous grille, you got the blacked out bow tie, gloss black on the grille, fully functional. Dropping our way down, we do have recovery tow hooks, but then we have a lot of fake vent in the center. I'm surprised they couldn't figure out a place to put a fog lamp or two here. It's kind of sad. I guess where they put them is all the way down in this area, but it would have been nice to have some other exterior lighting or functionality in these vents. But it is good, at least we got the fog lamps. Nice, wide, full-size truck. Now, as we rise up, I love the bulge. And what Procharger did is they accentuated the bulge with these racing stripes, these rally stripes. 6.2 liters of V8 goodness. And like I said, with that Procharger supercharger, as we come around the bend, you could see the height difference where the truck is sitting. We have these Fitipaldi 22-inch wheels. There's the Fitipaldi badge in the center. V-spoke design. Look at the freaking 6-piston Chevy Performance Brembo calipers. So we're getting increased braking capability, a Procharger underneath the hood, and we're getting these 22-inch Fitipaldi wheels. Tire size is 275 on the width and 50 series sidewall. I like the way Procharger add a nice Procharged badge right by the Silverado nameplate. You have color matched on the mirror caps with a little bit of flat black, and then just very clean from the side. And I think that's one of the big separations between this truck and a Shelby Super Snake, is that this is much cleaner, whereas the Shelby Super Snake is much more in your face. So it depends on what your style is. Working our way towards the 5.5 foot bed, you'll notice that even though we don't have Brembos on the back, we do have upgraded brake pads, and they painted the calipers red. Would have been nice to have Brembos all four corners. You got the Procharged badging on the back of the bed. And then when we come to the tailgate, same thing. You have your rally stripes that go from the front to the tailgate. The Chevrolet name stamped in, Silverado, and they kept it cohesive with a Procharged RST badge. And then to wrap it up, as we drop it down, you're still gonna get your tow capability, but then we have Flowmaster exhaust coming out of that. They're factory outlets, but we have Flowmaster mufflers, and I like the way that they painted them a nice flat black. Of course, you got the massive openings for your shoes in the corners, and then you have that nice soft release on the tailgate. You got plenty of tie down locations. We got a home power source and LED lighting back there. So really nice to see that. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and look at the crown jewel of this truck, which is that. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts, and you'll see all of the work and development that Procharged did. Now, first of all, you're gonna have that actual Procharged located right up top. Great to pop the hood and see that beast. We do have our 6.2 liter V8. What do we got performance-wise? You're looking at almost 600 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. Much different than the horsepower that comes standard in this RST. They went ahead and beefed up the 10-speed automatic to handle that extra power. And of course, with a name like Procharged, that means you're gonna get that consistent boost power where you'll be able to run the performance times that you want to with this truck. But I just love the clean installation, all the work that they did with their blow-off valve and everything else. Nicely done. You can see the intake plenum there, all the tubing, your throttle body, and the supercharger. But why don't we go ahead, the heck with looking at this, let's fire up this thing and hear what the Procharged. All right, guys, we're inside this Procharged RST Silverado. Interesting how the Silverado used to actually be a trim on Chevy trucks, and then it became the actual model. But I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, how much is this? Well, first of all, Dream Giveaway Garage is not only giving away this truck, but they're also giving away that black 2015 Z06 Corvette. It's a twofer. And the awesome thing is, and they're not paying me to say this, I'm not taking any money from them. They just want to help a Radies Rides fan win these two. If you spend $25 or more and you use the Radies Rides promo code, you get 3 times the giveaways to win this truck and the Corvette. But let's see if this truck, which has an MSRP, just the truck itself, of $89,000 plus all the Procharged goodies, is definitely going to be that performance truck to have. To the door panels. When you go RST, very simplistic, but very clean. You have that faux wood finish going on. I wish that they would just use some kind of dark finish rather than the faux wood. It doesn't kind of fit the sport truck personality. The contrast stitching, both on the armrest and the center. You do have the Bose sound system and a door pocket where you could go to Jersey Mike's, get your 2 favorite subs with all the fixings, and 2 bottles of root beer to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, same thing. The stitching, that faux style wood design. You do get an over 13-inch infotainment system with the Google Maps and all that. I'll throw it into reverse. Great resolution, great clarity on the cameras. You do get toggle switches, real knobs and buttons for your dual climate control, heated seats, and that's it. No ventilated seats on this truck. You got a nice pocket here to line up your 8 Twinkies. If you're trying to eat healthy, you can put some bananas, 3 bananas in your banana holder, 2 cup holders right up top. There's your Chevrolet bow tie key fob. Spin it around, you do have remote start. This is gonna control your 10-speed automatic. And then you have a place for some Tootsie Rolls, some little small Slim Jims. You got a place for your phone that's wireless charging, soft touch material with my sweat all over it. And then you lift it up. Look at all the storage in here. I actually have the dyno sheets in here. So they give you the dyno sheets from Procharged, USB-C, USB-A, and a home power source. And then the seats, the leather material, manual adjustments for the passenger, power adjustments for the driver, and we have, believe it or not, power rear cab window and power sunroof. But why don't you come over here to the business side? I want to show you behind the wheel in this special Procharged RST. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have your Seat controls, easy to get to. A very simple plain Jane sill, aluminum plate there. And then when it comes to room, obviously, we've been in full-size trucks before. There's plenty of room in here. I like the way you have the Procharger name across the top of the windshield. All black on the steering wheel, and I'm fine with that. Nice thumb wheel controls. You do have paddles to go up and down the 10-speed automatic, and it is It is a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and you do have your 4x4 controls and your different drive modes, including sport, which is what I'm gonna leave it in, and then that beautiful 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Now, I'm not gonna get in the back of the seat, and the reason why is, and it's kind of a zonk, is I wish that there was some special things done to the interior, because the exterior just looks really wicked, but there's not. We've been in back seats before, Silverados. That should be nothing new to you, but what will be new is that supercharged V8 underneath the hood. Let's go on throttle. All right, guys, we're inside this 2024 Chevrolet Silverado RST that's been Procharged. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Yeah! Look at this thing. Wow. I tell you, it's interesting because you don't hear any supercharger whine, and to me that's a little bit of a bummer. I mean, the whole point of having a supercharger, I know, is bringing more horsepower, but a little extra sound like that supercharger whine would be nice. But really, when you lay down the throttle, it lays on the juice, and this RST out accelerates the regular standard RST by a freaking miracle mile. I mean, that's how hard this thing hits, especially as you go higher up the rev range. Now, what's fascinating is that when it comes to drivability, that's where you're really gonna enjoy this Procharged truck. They did a great job with making it to where it's very livable day in and day out. I'm gonna go on throttle again here. You ready? I'm ready. On throttle, here we go, yeah! Smoke them if we got them, and we got them. Nice on how just, it is a very linear torque delivery, and super smooth, super smooth. Now, with the lowering springs and the 22-inch wheels, you would think the ride would be really rough. It really isn't, to be honest with you. It feels good in here. You got a great view out over the hood. You got the Procharger banner across the windshield. And then you're gonna have all the other great amenities. You got your dual climate control, that nice size infotainment system. You got all of your storage areas in here for your Twinkies and snacks and everything else. And then you got a surprise underneath the hood. And I think what makes it a little extra special is that this truck was used as Procharger's test bed for all of this performance. All right, guys, pulling away from the light in sport mode. It's got good throttle action. Look at this. Nice. The sound of that V8 coming out the exhaust is harmonious. It's just music to my ears. And then, like I said, you're getting the 4-door flexibility, and you're getting that everyday usability. But that 10-speed fires off the shifts very quickly. Let's make a U-turn here. And then go on throttle once again, of course. Easy to make a U-turn. You ready? On throttle, here we go. Yeah! The 10-speed just fires off the shifts very, very quickly. But let's be honest, I mean, if you're comparing this to the Super Snake, the Super Snake has more than 700 horsepower. And it's got a bunch of other goodies that have been added to it. So, kind of a bummer that this is sort of improved over the standard Silverado RST, but I guess my expectations were too high, and that's the challenge, right? When your expectations are too high, you're usually setting yourself up to be let down. But with that being said, it definitely performs like no other Silverado that I've ever driven with that's RST trim. and the fact that you pop the hood and you got one hell of a conversation piece, that's for sure, at any Cars and Coffee event. But I'm hoping that this has been a decent overall review of what this Procharged Silverado is bringing to the table. We're gonna get back to Dream Giveaway Garage and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a supercharged second. All right, guys, been another great day in so many ways here at Dream Giveaway Garage. Definitely want to thank Lori, Chris, Ryan, and the rest of the crew getting us this Procharged RST Silverado. Let me know what you think. Is this the baddest of the performance trucks in the way that you would go, especially with that Procharger name across the windshield? Let me know what you think in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rights family. Got to give it up to Stephen Flood. He's working the camera like a champ, no matter how big or small the vehicle is. Show him some love in the comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you're doing. Just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.